Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. In today's video we're going to be speaking about my French experience, how I am learning French, and how you can learn French too if that is what you intend to do. So without wasting much of your time, I'm going to tell you why I am learning French in the first place. First of all, I'm learning French for self-improvement, for better job prospects, and for the flex of knowing how to speak at least one or two foreign languages, and for the fact that it's very important to understand other people's languages, especially our neighbors' languages, and you never know where you're going to go in the future and how this language will come in handy. So that is why I am learning French, plus other reasons I'm going to be speaking about today. I've always loved French, being that I have some members of my family who speak and understand French very well. So I've always admired them and always wanted to learn French because of them. And also, like in secondary school and in primary school, I also did a bit of French. But you know how the secondary school French goes, it's not like the advanced French. They don't teach you French to really know how to speak French. Learn maybe how to conjugate some verbs like aller, avoir, devoir, pouvoir. Those are the kind of things that they teach us in our secondary schools. They teach us how to say ça va bien, levez-vous, asseyez-vous, assieds-toi, lève-toi. Things like that. They don't really teach us much. They don't teach us to understand. So after secondary school, I forgot very much about French. It was no longer my business. But in 2020, I decided that, oh, I needed to do something extra in my life. And that was how I downloaded Duolingo. I think I must have used Duolingo for like 2-3 months before I got fed up. Like it was so repetitive. Repetitive. Like it was so repetitive. I didn't like it. So I dropped it. I forgot about it totally. So last year I decided that you just don't have to drop this French like that. You have to take it seriously again. And this time around, if I was going to take it seriously, I needed structure. And that was how I enrolled in a French school. Yes, I enrolled in IFN and started serious French learning. And I'm thankful that I did. So I studied in IFN until I finished B2. I could have continued maybe C1, C2, but after my B2, I felt like, okay, I'm at a point, I'm at the stage where I can do self-study. I don't need the whole back and forth going from my house to the school to study when I've already learned the grammar and everything that I need to advance on my own. Here is one of the books that I used. Like I have many of these books, like for different levels, and rereading them. So I'm going to be doing like study with me, and I'm going to be using this book sometimes. So stick with me if you want to learn French, and maybe we can study French together. So I'm going to be studying French here as accountability because I want to hold myself accountable. It's going to be like an accountability thing for me to study it on camera so that I will keep progressing. Sometimes whenever I test myself on those apps, it shows me that I am in B2, but realistically, I feel like I am dangling between A2 and B1. I understand spoken French. I can read, I can write, and I can speak to an extent, but I'm not where I want to be yet. I know that, so I'm being very realistic. I'm not going to take what all these apps are telling me that I'm in B2 because I am not B2. I am dangling between A2 and B1. Maybe now I'll say B1, yeah. I feel like if you're learning French and you know it on paper but you can't speak, you don't know French. If you know it, if you know like the very basic French and you still can't hold a conversation, like general conversation, you don't know French. You can't understand French people when they speak, you don't know French. Like French is such a very difficult language to learn, I must tell you. Especially when you're learning French in a region where you don't have French speakers who you can practice with, it becomes even more difficult. Compare it to like living in a French region, then just know that you'll get there in half the time you're supposed to get there because you see people to practice with. So you see, being somewhere where you don't see people to practice with is kind of difficult to progress. It's kind of difficult to advance, yeah. So if you want to learn French, which is why I'm even doing this video in the first place, your best bet is to enroll in a class. Don't try to do self-study in the beginning, or honestly, I tried it and it didn't really work out well for me. The motivation was not always there. Now that I've done this, maybe in my next language I can actually start with self-study because now I know how to start. I know the kind of things to look out for. I know how to do it level by level because I have gone through that stage in French. So you see, sometimes when you're doing self-study, you don't understand the concept of some things. You need someone, you need a teacher to explain things for you. You need them to explain things like how to use and when to use certain stuff like the verb present, conditionnel, imperfect, subjunctive, which is very hard. I don't think you can learn that on your own. Even when teachers are explaining, especially subjunctive, it's very difficult to understand. Like I feel like it's as you keep going, you now finally begin to understand. Oh, this was what we're saying. Like, so yes, if you want to learn French, you can start with self-study to just get the hang of things. But please, I feel like it's best to enroll in a class to get like proper guidance, and you can take it from there. We've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it and want better ways to learn French and how to progress in French, stick to this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friend. I'll see you again in the next one.